So the reveal and gameplay reveal for Mortal Kombat 1 has been released for a couple of days now as of recording this video. And I gotta say, first off, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I have logged in thousands of hours in Mortal Kombat 11, 10, and 9. I started when the series got rebooted. And so this video might come as a surprise out of nowhere, as I've mainly been featuring Dead by Daylight videos on this channel. But when Mortal Kombat 1 drops, I will be dropping some gameplay with that, because I am a huge fighting game nerd at heart. That's where I feel most at home with these, well, most NetherRealm games. I feel comfortable playing in terms of fighting games. I'm really not much of a Street Fighter or Tekken kind of guy. NetherRealm games are kind of like my bread and butter. With that being said, again, I feel conflicted for two reasons for MK1. One is that it feels slower paced than MKX, but still fast enough to be at the same level at MK11. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean? Like, it's at a point now where I feel like it's just kind of like Mortal Kombat 11 2.0 in terms of like just the pacing of how things are going to play out. Now, I did see with a lot of gameplay reveals and reviews from other larger channels that they are kind of more focused, set on the combos and how you can now have strings in the air, and this whole cameo system is going to either make or break this game, and I completely agree. I mainly saw reveal and explanations from Maximilian Dude, so if you haven't seen his video, he does a really good job, I feel like, in terms of explaining the game mechanics. But yeah, in terms of this cameo system, this is something that I kind of was on the fence about from the very beginning. It was announced, this whole, like, we first thought it was a tag team kind of thing, and it is in a sense, but you are mainly like not swapping fighters, just calling in someone else. And I feel like the amount of times you can call in a cameo, I think the main deal breaker, honestly, for me personally, will be that if you can call in the cameo to like break a combo multiple times throughout the set, as annoyingly as you can break away from combo in MK11. I think that'll be the most deal breaker part or mechanic for me personally, because I know for me, again, and for a lot of other people who played MK11, even though I love this game, I love that game to death, that combo escape or combo breaker, whatever you want to call it, where you use 2 bars of defensive meter and you could just basically get out a combo for free. It was just so annoying to deal with, because there's not really much you can do to like not counter it, because the whole point of it is obviously for that to counter your combo or just get out of a combo. But it was just so annoying to just for everyone to get a free combo escape without even doing much, because again, the meter system in that game was you didn't really you gained meter just passively. Everyone gets meter, you don't really earn it as you did in MKX and in previous games, even in Injustice games as well. You earned meter. So again, I am really set into this like weird play. I don't know, man. I'm just in this weird spot right now where I'm really hyped for this game because it looks beautiful, and I do kind of disagree with a lot of people in the sense that like graphic wise it still kind of looks like MK11, which I completely disagree. I think the lighting, the way they use shadows, and the way the models just look in general for this game looks so much more cinematic. But I feel like NetherRealm is kind of prioritizing looks over gameplay, and I feel like they spent a lot of time polishing, you know, how things look. Like for the stage example, everyone is talking about the Johnny Cage stage and how beautiful it looks, and it does look great. It's a great stage and it looks beautiful. It looks like something we've never seen before in terms of graphics for these kind of games. Like it literally looks like I'm playing on a movie, man. It's amazing. But at the same time, it only looks can carry you so far through the game, whereas the gameplay is going to keep you coming back. Like, sure, this is a cool little like thing to look at for a couple of days or maybe a week or two, but after you pass that, after you're like past the honeymoon phase, what else is bringing you back to this game? Is it going to be as frustrating to play as it was perceived in Mortal Kombat 11? Because again, Mortal Kombat 11 looked great, like graphics wise. It was a huge step up from X, and everyone was going on and on about like, oh man, like the graphics just keep getting better and better for these games, and the story is really great and all that. But at the same time, you get past these things that are really just like honeymoon phase things, and now you're left with like a bare bones game where 2 people gain meter passively. there's not a running, but there's not like a run mechanic anymore like MKX. And I think that's what everyone really wanted, including myself, where in MKX there was something to keep it fast paced, which was the running mechanic, and the way that you can combo off of grabs as well. It was just so much faster paced that everyone is still kind of wanting that fast pacedness from X into like MK1 now. And it was so slowed down so significantly in MK11 that people are starting to be like, okay, well, when are we getting that running button back, and when are we gonna, be able to combo off of grabs and do all these other crazy things that we used to do in MKX? Which, some people also are saying that MKX was too fast. Try getting into MKX now and playing online and see how that works out for you, bro, because it's not happening. Everyone is like a fucking god at that game now. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't really be playing online like that anymore. You have to log in at least 20, 50 hours in training mode just to stand a chance against someone who plays MKX consistently, because those motherfuckers, they play MKX, if y'all know what I mean. But for MK1, we don't obviously get a running mechanic, and as Max talked about in his video, the dashes seem to be like a mix of MK1. I mean, not MK1, sorry, obviously. The dashes seem to be a mix of like MKX's running mechanic and also MK11's dashes. And it's honestly, I feel like it's heavily, MK11 has been heavily influencing MK1 in terms of like, we're just going to be taking the pieces that people liked from MK11 and put them into MK1. Make it a bit better, much more pretty to look at, introduce this cameo system, which honestly, I don't know, maybe I'm just slow. I don't know if I'm just like dumb or what, because I feel like the cameo system, it's kind of like over complicated, I guess you could say is the right word I would say for that, or like maybe overbearing. Like, it's just too much. I feel like, I think it's just doing too much, and I feel like instead of like and giving us a great new mechanic, they just took away things that people found annoying in MK11. It's like, okay, that's great, but why didn't y'all just do that in MK11? Like, I want something new, and this cameo system is new, but I feel like it's too much now. It's too many decisions I can make with these cameos. I remember the cameo fighters. First of all, you have to choose your main fighter, and then you have to choose your cameo fighter, and these cameo fighters can do so many different things that's kind of like, are we gonna start getting into decision fatigue? Are we starting to get annoyed if like a cameo fighter can spam a certain move over and over again? I guess I'm really just unfamiliar with the cameo system in general. Maybe someone who's also into Mortal Kombat or into fighting games can like explain it better to me than these other YouTubers have. But I'm genuinely just kind of worried that like, if we get into this spammy territory or this combo breaker territory, if you can just constantly keep using it over and over again as it's something that's passively gained, then we're kind of like in a lot of trouble. Like, in a lot of trouble, because I know for a fact after like a month, no one's gonna enjoy that mechanic anymore, and everyone's gonna complain about it. And I feel like I'm the only one that kind of like shares this like concern, because everyone else just seems like, oh yeah, the cameo fighter's there, but it's gonna be cool. Like, bro, what? Like, what are you talking about right now, bro? Like, it looks style. Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to like hate on it. I'm not trying to be like a negative Nancy or anything like that, because again, it looks stylish. You get these these fatal supers where now there's a team up. I think you could do team up fatalities now. Like, there's so many other new things that I say new in air quotes, like there's these just things they added to this game that make it so much so much more appealing than MK11 was. But at the same time, I'm just so worried that it literally is just MK11 2.0 Electric Boogaloo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I'm worried. I'm hyped, but I'm worried. And I really can't wait till September comes around so I can get my hands on it and just play it already, because I've been itching for a new fighting game. When I got my PC, I didn't get Mortal Kombat 11 because I didn't want to start that grind all over again. I had it on my PS4. And man, I put so many hours into the game. I really just could not be bothered to just start all over again. So I've been itching for a new fighting game for a very long time. And yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one that shares this. Probably I'm just being a stick in the mud, a shitty stick at that. So I'm sorry if I killed anyone's vibe. I'm hyped, but I'm concerned. And if you feel that same way, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoy these discussion type videos, I would love to keep doing them if you guys stick around to actually watch them and like them. And speaking of that, if you did like it, go ahead and, you know, tap that like button. It will mean a lot for me. And yeah, hopefully you guys are having a decent day. Hopefully you're hyped for MK12. Hopefully I didn't spoil that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.